The Tesla Model Y 2025, nicknamed Juniper, is attracting attention as it appears in large numbers. What was once just a rumor behind the scenes is now taking shape. Several of these cars have been spotted in various regions, leading many to believe that Tesla is in the final stages of mass production or ramping up testing. This visible increase in the number of Junipers on the streets doesn't seem like a coincidence. In the automotive industry, when a new model is seen in significant quantities, it usually means the brand has moved past the initial production stages and is gearing up for a big launch. Now, why is this interesting? Well, for those following Tesla, it's known that the company excels at keeping secrets until the very last moment, dropping small hints only when it's ready to surprise. These sightings of the Juniper suggest that we might be just steps away from a new era for the Model Y, with enhancements that could range from changes in exterior design to technological improvements inside. Imagine if Tesla has altered the design of the lights, the dashboard, and even introduced groundbreaking tech features, making this model even more aligned with the expectations of electric car fans and tech enthusiasts. This 2025 Model Y, the so-called Juniper, seems poised to arrive with an even more sophisticated look and features. Just what everyone expected from a Tesla update. You can picture Elon Musk back there, thinking about every detail to wow the fans. It seems they're tweaking the exterior design, perhaps with sleeker lines and a sharper appearance, while still retaining that classic Model Y identity. It's the kind of change that makes you look at it on the street and think, wow, this is the future of cars. And of course, all this while maintaining the promise of an electric SUV that is spacious and carries that premium touch that only Tesla can provide. Inside the car, expectations are also sky high. Tesla has always been great at creating minimalist interiors that are simultaneously super high-tech, and they say this Juniper will take that to another level. Maybe we'll see new screens, smarter voice commands, and even that immersive sound system that makes you feel like you're in a cinema. Imagine being able to adjust the entire dashboard with the touch of a button and having all the necessary information at your fingertips without distractions. And of course, they'll likely continue with the strategy of reducing physical buttons, focusing more on screens and intuitive commands, which makes everything more practical and gives it that car of the future vibe. Now, about performance, that's where things get interesting. Tesla has always worked to balance power with efficiency, and this Model Y will likely be no different. The idea is to offer more range with every charge, possibly even breaking range records, which makes a huge difference for those who use the car daily. And for speed enthusiasts, expect torque that leaves any traditional SUV in the dust. Imagine taking off from a stoplight and, in seconds, being well ahead of any other car. That's the kind of thing only someone who has driven a Tesla can truly appreciate, and the Juniper promises to uphold that standard, or maybe even elevate it. Updates in safety are also worth mentioning. Knowing how much Tesla values safety, it's likely that the Juniper will come equipped with the most advanced driver assistance systems available. The autopilot system, for example, might be more accurate and effective, detecting pedestrians, cyclists, and other vehicles with impressive precision. And who knows, they might even include new sensors and cameras to make everything even more dynamic. This makes a huge difference, especially for those who drive a lot in the city or on busy roads, where every little detail and safety counts. Speaking of comfort, it seems that the Juniper will offer an even more pleasant experience for passengers. We're talking about more ergonomic seats, premium materials, and a more efficient climate control system. Imagine going on a long road trip with a seat that adjusts perfectly to your body, not to mention a sound system that isolates external noise. It's the kind of car that turns a long journey into a delightful ride, where every detail seems to have been designed for the comfort of both the driver and passengers. The exterior details are also leaving everyone curious. Rumor has it that the Juniper may come with new color options, and possibly a special finish on the wheels. These subtle changes are what make the car stand out even more, giving that sense of exclusivity. The lighting might also come with updates. Sleeker and more efficient lights that not only enhance the car's appearance, but also improve visibility and safety. It's as if every piece of the car has been designed to catch eyes on the street, and Tesla knows how to do this without going overboard. One thing that has people more excited is the possibility of integration with new technologies. Have you thought about the Juniper having even more advanced AI features, helping the driver optimize routes, predict maintenance, and even adjust the car's settings automatically based on each person's preferences? Tesla has always liked to innovate in this area, and it's not hard to imagine that the Juniper will come with some unique feature that makes the driving experience even more personalized and convenient. This places the car in a league far ahead of the competition, making it almost like a travel partner. This move to put so many Junipers on the streets stirs up people's curiosity, especially among the brand's fans. Every time a new Tesla model appears in large numbers, everyone tries to figure out what's new. It's almost like a secret Tesla show, and each sighting creates a mystery because everyone wants to know what makes this model so special. Then, speculations start flying about new features, performance upgrades, or even subtle design changes. Tesla knows how to create anticipation, and the Juniper seems to be doing it just right. This mass sighting movement is part of Tesla's charm. They put the cars on the streets and let the public's curiosity do the rest. This type of exposure may seem casual, but it's actually a significant showcase to highlight what Tesla has new and to encourage people to guess what's coming. It's a natural way to engage the public without making too much fuss. And of course, the very fact that you see the car there in the flesh makes it much more real than any advertisement or launch teaser. Tesla turns the street into its stage. Moreover, seeing these cars in action is the best durability test. Just imagine, every time one of these Junipers makes a trip in everyday life, Tesla is collecting valuable data about the car's performance in different conditions. It could be an intense heat, cold, rain, basically everything an average driver would face. This type of data is gold for them because it allows them to understand what really works and where there's still room for improvement. And since Tesla likes to make frequent adjustments, there's nothing better than field testing to refine the final product. And we can't ignore the visual impact that these cars in large numbers create. You leave your house and suddenly see 1, 2, 3 Junipers passing by you. That stirs curiosity and even a bit of a desire to have one too. When people start seeing something new everywhere, they feel like they're missing out on something important. It's as if Tesla is planting the idea in people's minds without them realizing it. No advertising is needed. Just being present and visible already creates that almost instant desire. Another interesting point is how this strategy can impact distribution. With so many Junipers on the road, it seems like Tesla is already ready for large-scale distribution. This is not common, especially for a company that likes to keep everything under control and only show the product when it's 100% confident. So, what we're seeing might be a test, not just for the car, but also for distribution logistics. Tesla might be checking if it can deliver these cars swiftly and efficiently when the official launch occurs. And there's more. The constant presence of the Juniper on the streets works almost like a preview for people. The more they see the car, the more familiar it becomes, and the more desirable it gets. It's a move to create an even stronger fan base, showcasing what's coming without revealing everything at once. It's the kind of thing that builds anticipation slowly, almost unnoticed, but when the car finally launches, everyone will already have that feeling of knowing the car and wanting to own one. This is how Tesla builds a relationship between the public and the car, almost as if they were old friends. It's interesting to think that Tesla is not satisfied with just launching a new car. They are always watching the competition's moves, And this movement around the updated Model Y seems loaded with strategy. Just imagine, they already dominate a good part of the electric market, yet they still appear to be always on alert. It's as if Elon Musk is planning the next move with the Juniper Model Y to preempt any potential threats from other automakers who are coming in strong. This market chess game in the EV sector becomes even more exciting because we don't know exactly what Tesla's next step will be. With so many manufacturers launching electric vehicles, every detail matters. Tesla knows this, and that's why the Juniper Model Y is not just about a new design or internal improvements. It's a move to ensure that people continue to see the brand as a reference in the market. Think about the number of brands heavily investing in battery technology, artificial intelligence, and even new autonomous driving systems. Any slip could make Tesla lose ground to these hungry competitors. They have to innovate constantly, and the Juniper seems to be Tesla's answer, a kind of message that they're at the top and don't intend to leave. This idea of protecting market share is like building an invisible fortress around the brand. Each new Tesla model needs to remind consumers that, yes, it's worth waiting for the next releases because they always bring something that the competition is still trying to catch up with. It's not just about the car, but about Tesla's image as a pioneer, always a step ahead. And when Tesla does this, it ensures that even with new models from other brands emerging, the public continues to see Tesla as synonymous with innovation. This is essential for maintaining a loyal fan and customer base. And it's no secret that Tesla monitors the market like no one else. They must have an entire team analyzing each new release, every registered patent, and every emerging technology from other automakers. The idea is to adapt and improve before competitors can catch up. Perhaps that's why Tesla is so quick to make changes and updates, launching improved versions like the Juniper even before other models reach the same level. It's a move to say, you may try, but we're already a step ahead. This frantic pace creates a unique advantage for Tesla, and the Juniper is just another piece of that puzzle. Another curious point is that Tesla may also be trying to expand its target audience with this new Model Y. If the competition is targeting families, urban youth, or tech-focused drivers, Tesla wants to capture all these audiences at once. With the Juniper, they might be launching a version that meets each of these needs, perhaps with more comfort, more safety, and even more range. It's a well-thought-out strategy to prevent customers who might be interested in other brands from choosing Tesla, thus maintaining their market dominance. This could also explain why we see the Juniper in such large numbers. Each of these cars on the street is a moving advertisement, a reminder for consumers that the updated Model Y is already out there and remains at the top of the list of best options. People see these cars and start to wonder what's new, and it's this curiosity that Tesla wants to ignite. It's as if they know that by keeping the Juniper in the public's mind, they're planting an idea that sooner or later will turn into a desire to buy. Another interesting factor is the psychological impact this movement creates on the competition. When other automakers see Tesla launching a new model and putting many cars on the streets, they know they need to catch up. The pressure increases, and the entire market begins to react. It's almost as if Tesla is setting the pace for the market, and others need to adapt to what they do. The Juniper is a reminder that Tesla still dominates the game, putting extra pressure on competing brands that can't afford to lose ground to this constant innovation. As the electric vehicle market grows everywhere, this move also strengthens Tesla globally. When Tesla launches a model on a large scale in the United States, it creates an impact that spreads to other regions, where consumers already expect to see the car in local dealerships. This dominance in key markets means that other automakers need very specific strategies to reach the same level, leaving Tesla even more comfortable in its leadership position. The Juniper is here to reinforce this idea, a symbol that they are everywhere. This movement simultaneously creates a kind of popular exclusivity. The more we see the Juniper on the streets, the more desirable the car becomes, yet it remains accessible. Tesla is leveraging the power of this visibility to make people feel they need to be part of this movement. This type of strategy creates a sense of belonging and desire, as if the Juniper were a club everyone wants to join. While other brands try to attract attention with cutting-edge technology, Tesla is already there, ahead, ensuring that its base remains solid while attracting new interest. Who would have thought that a simple market movement could have so many layers, right? What's intriguing about the Model Y Juniper 2025 is how much this update can shake up the market. With the new features and revamped design, it's already catching attention, but the real impact lies in how this can influence demand. Just imagine, you're considering buying an electric SUV, and now the Model Y comes with unique headlights, new wheels, and a series of internal changes that make the car more comfortable and practical. For many consumers, these updates could be the cherry on top, especially for those already interested in a Tesla model but wanting something that stands out more, you know? It's as if Tesla is saying, "This is the SUV you want." Another interesting point is that by improving the driving experience and adding more modern functions, Tesla may end up attracting people who until now didn't identify much with electric cars. Those who have always found electric SUVs a bit plain might discover in the Model Y 2025 a more sophisticated design and a series of technologies that make driving even more intuitive. Imagine those buttons on the steering wheel replacing traditional levers, and a giant screen, a real control panel in front of you, making everything feel more futuristic. With each new update, Tesla is actually re-educating consumers on how an electric car should be. Then there's the "I need to have one" effect. When Tesla releases a new version of a car, many people who already have the previous model start thinking about trading it in, even if the car is still brand new. It's like what happens with cell phones. The new iPhone is released, and people feel an almost magical need to have the latest version. The Model Y Juniper could carry this type of appeal, especially if the performance and range improvements really come to fruition. Who wouldn't want to drive over 700 kilometers on a single charge? But the impact goes beyond consumer desire. It stretches further. This launch could pressure other automakers to take action, especially those heavily investing in electric SUVs. Companies like Ford, Volkswagen, and even startups like Rivian are keeping an eye on Tesla's movements, and the Model Y 2025 could serve as a reminder of how competitive the market is. For consumers, this is great. As the more competition there is, the better the prices and more options available. With this update, Tesla could be pushing the industry to a new level, where every automaker needs to outdo itself to keep its customers. Now, imagine how this could influence the decision of someone torn between a combustion vehicle and an electric one. The Model Y is already one of the most popular electric SUVs, but now, with the expected improvements, it becomes even more competitive against traditional models. The bold design, interior comfort, and extended range are features that make choosing an electric vehicle easier for those who still hesitate. And let's not forget the environmental appeal, which for many is a decisive factor. Tesla may be paving the way for a quicker transition to electric vehicles than ever before. This update also has an emotional impact that is hard to measure, but very real. For many Tesla fans, a new model or a major update is almost like the arrival of a new family member. The Model Y 2025 is not just a car. It represents the future, the technology that seemed far away, and suddenly it's within our reach. This creates a kind of emotional connection between the consumer and the vehicle, something that is harder to achieve with traditional cars. This relationship is a strong point for Tesla, and they know exactly how to leverage it. And thinking about practicality, the new interior features make the Model Y Juniper an ideal car for families and people living in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. The larger touchscreen, ventilated seats, and redesigned dashboard make the car not only stylish, but also comfortable and functional. It's the kind of update that transforms the experience for both drivers and passengers, making everything more accessible and enjoyable. With the possibility of specific adjustments for each market, Tesla also demonstrates that it's considering a global audience, which could attract even more consumers in different regions. The electric car market is evolving rapidly, but Tesla has a unique competitive advantage: the ability to understand what consumers truly want and need, often before the consumers themselves even realize it. The Model Y Juniper seems to be a clear example of this vision. It's not just another update. It's a response to the expectations that Tesla customers have been forming over the years. From the futuristic design to the innovative features, every detail is an attempt to delight the customer and, of course, make them want more. Finally, the impact on consumers can translate into something quite direct: savings. With increased range and improved efficiency, Tesla is targeting reduced operating costs. For those who use the car daily, this means fewer stops to recharge and more savings in the long run. Imagine the freedom of being able to take a long trip without worrying about the next charge. If these rumors prove true, the Model Y 2025 could be the perfect car for those looking to save money while still enjoying technology and comfort. These changes to the Model Y could also redefine the concept of luxury in electric cars. Nowadays, what many people expect from a luxury car is cutting-edge technology and a driving experience that makes each journey special.